Most beginner copywriters are doing outreach all wrong, and that's why 90% of them never get past $1,000 a month. Now I know what you're thinking, some other copywriting guru promising to reveal the secret method to client outreach that actually lands clients. But I'm not here to teach you some complicated method or some revolutionary new approach. I'm here to tell you the real reason why no one's replying to your outreach. And I'm going to show you a method of getting clients that almost no one else is doing simply because they don't have the information that I'm about to reveal in this video. The first big mistake that you're probably making is so blatantly obvious, yet 99% of you are completely blind to it. And that is, you're just doing the same as everyone else. You're finding the same fitness coaches, the same Airbnb coaches, the same e-com coaches, and you're sending them the same outreach message that thousands of other copywriters are sending them. It's not a surprise that you're not landing any clients. If your outreach messages look like this, like, hey, are you doing anything with email? Hey, I noticed that you have good content. I help X people do Y with Z mechanism. Hey, I noticed that you do one-to-one coaching. Then it's no wonder that you're not getting any responses. You see, what happens is a few people start doing this new outreach method and it works for a little while, but then it just gets rinsed and repeated, and the leads that you're reaching out to have seen so much of the same messages every single day that they're just completely numb to it. It's not that the outreach message is bad or that you can't help them, it's simply because they don't even see the message anymore. They're completely numb to, hey, are you doing anything with email? Or, hey, do you do one-to-one coaching? I could help you do this. They immediately know that they're being sold to and they don't like it. That's why they're not replying to you. Instead, what you have to do is you need to pattern interrupt and you have to be different. That's the only way that you're going to get anyone to notice you, never mind reply to you. There's a few ways that you can do that, and I'm going to show you the best way to do it after I've revealed the second big problem that you're probably making. So the second big problem that you're probably making is you're outreaching the wrong leads. And I'm going to talk about lead quality here. A lot of you are just outreaching either people who have got hundreds of thousands of followers who have nothing wrong with their funnel and they're not going to hire a beginner copywriter. Or you're reaching out to people who are in a niche or some sort of industry where they don't really need the services that you're pitching them. You can't outreach a restaurant and expect them to buy email marketing off you. You can't outreach an accountancy firm and pitch them YouTube VSLs. Now, obviously, I'm making some generalizations here, and there is some accountancy firms who are going to need VSLs on YouTube. But what I'm saying to you is, you need to focus on niches and industries that actually need your copy, and you need to focus on ones that other people aren't necessarily reaching out to. A good example for this is everyone loves to outreach people who teach dropshipping and people who teach SMMA and people who teach Airbnb business. But the problem with all of this is these leads are getting absolutely rinsed by copywriters on the daily. You need to look a little bit deeper. You need to start going into more sub-niches. A good example is maybe someone who teaches parents how to be a better parent. Maybe some sort of relationship advice that helps with narcissistic partners. You need to get really deep in the niche trenches and think of niches and industries that aren't as saturated as these other ones. That's how you're going to stick out inside someone's inbox, because you're not actually outreaching someone who's getting thousands of DMs every single day. So, with all that in mind, what do you do? How do you succeed? Well, I've made countless videos about how you can use a value-first approach to actually get responses from people. But it all starts with finding the correct leads. Now, personally, I like to use cold email, and what I'll do is I'll go onto YouTube and I'll type in something like step-by-step guide on parenting for problematic children. Or I'll go on and I'll say like step-by-step guide on how to build a waste removal business, how to build a pressure washing business. All of these niches are sub-niches that aren't as popular as the e-com and the dropshipping and the fitness coaches, and I'll outreach them. And the way that I'll outreach them is I will go on, I will look through their entire funnel, and I'll try and find some sort of hole. Now that could be they don't have a VSL, maybe their landing page copy isn't great, maybe the headline's pretty shitty, maybe they don't have an opt-in page, maybe they don't have emails. And then what I'll do is I'll plug the hole that I find. So let's say we find a fitness coach. I know I've just said that's a saturated market, but let's say I find a fitness coach and they don't have a VSL on their landing page. Well, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll use one of my many amazing AI prompts, and I'll write them a full new VSL script, and I'll just send them it in a Google Doc, in an email. And my email will look something similar to this. Hey name, I noticed that you have this program. I was just checking out your landing page, looks awesome. Checked out Sarah's success story, awesome results. I noticed that you didn't have a VSL on your landing page. I guarantee you if you put a VSL on that, it would convert at least 5 times higher. What I've done for you is I've written you a full VSL script. It's in the Google Doc below. Let me know if you have any questions. Boom, that is it. Now the reason this works is because, one, I've interrupted their pattern. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I've actually just written them something, pure value that they could actually go and implement into their business and probably make more money. And what we're using here is the law of reciprocity. If I do something for you, you're probably going to want to do something for me. They're much more likely to see that I have value and actually pay me. Because this is a big thing in this kind of saturated world of service-based businesses, and especially copywriters. People aren't going to pay you unless they know that you can get them results. And a lot of the time when you try a message like, hey, I help X people do this, that doesn't give them any value. They don't know that you can actually they don't know that you can actually get them results. So why would they pay you? However, if I lead with sending them over a new landing page and 5 email examples, they instantly see, whoa, this guy knows his shit, and he's actually taking the time to look through my funnel and send me all of this personalized work. I'm going to jump on a call with this person. Now, how do you do that at scale? Well, it's a simple answer. You use AI. You click the link in the description and you get access to my free AI prompts on my newsletter, and you use those prompts to find clients, find prospects, and reach out to them with personalized samples. And that is how you're going to succeed in 2025 with copywriting. You're not going to get it by sending generic outreach messages. You need to do a little bit more work. Now, am I saying you're going to sign a client within your first 50 outreaches? Probably not. You might need to send 500 of these to get your first client. But what I can promise you is if you follow this method to the letter and you do at least 200 outreaches like this, fully personalized samples, you're going to book a few meetings, and then it's up to you to close them and get your retainer or get your rev share or get your project. And that is probably the single best way to outreach clients in 2025 for copywriting. Now, I've got a bunch of other videos showing you how to do this in detail. I'll put the other one below. Go and watch that video next. And if you've not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and like I said, get on the email list. And I will see you guys in the next video.